In case you are so out of the loop, the Traxxas Hoss has been upgraded. Not my Traxxas Hoss, but because I don't have one, and I don't at any time soon plan on having one unless I have, you know, maybe grandchildren or something. But even then, I don't know if I'll put them through that kind of torture. Anyways, I thought it was funny. I got an email from Traxxas. Probably other people did too as well. And I don't know how long these upgrades have been available, but the email seemed kind of fairly recent, and like the headline was something along the lines of the ultimate Hoss. And I think it's kind of funny because going through like the steps of upgrading your Hoss, you would end up after, you know, doing some upgrades, and I don't even think that's all the upgrades, but the upgrades that they have, you end up with like a $900 Hoss, and that's Traxxas doing Traxxas, and Traxxas being smart, giving your maybe, you know, younger individual or whatever it is, or if you like the Hoss and it's, you know, you think it's the most absolute, you know, amazing vehicle you've ever had, which if that's what it is, that's great. But I did think it was funny because, you know, like I said, you add up the stuff and you got almost, well, I mean, you could probably get up to $1,000 for a Hoss. Pretty good, Traxxas. You guys are right on. Then again, too, guess if you want to buy like, I'm assuming they're going to come out with the solar flare body for the Hoss too, so that's like going to be like another $500. So I just think it's pretty crazy, man. Traxxas definitely has Traxxas has it right on some things. They definitely have their I guess their business model in a sense right, because Traxxas does really in the end sometimes make a lot of those how we say, like Apple type decisions. I think if you were to maybe equate like Traxxas and ARRMA, if you were to take the two and kind of like maybe give a similarity, I think you might be talking like Apple versus Android, right? Because a lot of people, you know, you've got Apple. I wish I could put an apple in my hand right there. I don't have those skills. But you got Apple, which is pretty much Traxxas. Then you've got ARRMA over here, and that's like Android. It seems like, even though parts support for Traxxas is massive, basically the same thing with ARRMA. If you haven't seen the video that AMain put out, AMain did put a video out basically talking about, you know, I guess why you kind of can't compare, in a sense, Traxxas and ARRMA together, because, you know, Traxxas does have a lot. And we gotta, the people that are kind of against Traxxas, you have to remember that Traxxas is like, you know, that original company. So why are we talking about Traxxas, and why are we talking about a Hoss if the title of this COVID and Coffee is the Traxxas Max COVID and Coffee number 8 RPM parts? Because Trash Bag is trying to make a comeback. So we got Trash Bag right here sitting on the bench, and we did get more parts. I think I did that on the Shop Talk and Wrench Live or something like that. Showed you that we got a few parts for Trash Bag. Trash Bag here did have a interaction with a hill or a jump, but unfortunately, when I was ripping the big rock that day, unfortunately, I'd taken a big rock, moved it out of the way, along with a couple of other stones, and I placed it on this area that I said to myself, I have no intention of hitting that jump because it's full of boulders and stones. Well, anyway, apparently I totally forgot about that. And when I was, you know, walking my way over to the jump, basically setting, you know, Trash Bag up here to go ahead and start, you know, ripping it because I felt like it was ready. Yeah. ended up slamming that boulder that I moved out of the way for that big rock. So we hit the big rock. So I moved the big rock for the big rock, and the XMAXX just couldn't handle the big rock. So got a couple of things. Biggest thing right here is obviously for me. I know people are saying that the RPM arms are not the way to go, but I'm not done yet. So more stuff is coming for the XMAXX. So people are saying that these arms are too flexible, but right now in the temperature that I'm in, I feel that these arms may work, I hope. I also do have the pins so that, you know, the original pins aren't going to tear out because of these arms being so flexible. So I did get left and right sides. And I think in RC Guy Garage fashion, I'm just going to install one side just for now. Just to make the live stream that much shorter. I also did get the RPM just because I was there and it was pretty cheap. These are those shock guards. I actually got them for the back. That's why they're orange, just to have a different kind of, I guess, color. I also did get the front bumper mount, which I just felt like the Traxxas bumper mount just seemed a little weak. So I thought, I mean, granted, I don't know, maybe they don't break, but I'm not going to find out. So I decided to go ahead and just get this little upgraded piece from RPM. Hopefully this is going to do the job. Hopefully I don't need anything else. Not thinking I need anything else, but you never know. I might have gotten the wrong thing. I'm looking. Something doesn't look right. Did I order it for the right vehicle? Says front bumper mount for the Traxxas XMAXX. So I hope this is it. Yeah, actually it does look like it might be the... Oh, geez, I don't know. That might be the wrong part. And then to get rid of the massive wheelie bar in the back, I did order this right here, which is the rear bumper mount for the Traxxas XMAXX. It's a replacement rear mount. And then what it allows you to do is it allows you to go ahead and install this mini, I guess, low visibility wheelie bar, which will, and it says rear bumper mount not included. Hopefully I got the right part. 81762. It looks like I've got the right parts. The only thing I thought was kind of funny was that, you know, what would be nice is if they included, you know, fasteners, but I guess you don't need extra fasteners because you just use the fasteners out of there. The other thing I think I'm not liking is the RPM stickers, because we all like stickers, I think. They're not die cut. They should take the extra step and die cut their stickers so that people actually want to put them on. Because when they do it like this, that's stupid. It's just basically a rectangle that's going to look like junk. So these are the parts that we're going to install today on my trash bag, and hopefully I'll be able to get this thing out and finally rip it. Maybe I will do the other side. I don't know. I'm just one of those people. If it ain't broke, don't fix. And seemingly the other side's not broken, so why fix it? So what do we got in chat here? C-Stone. What's going on, guy? So we have got Mendez, Jerry VRC. What's going on, guy? It's been like years. We got Dan Beard, Mitchell Van Kirk. What's going on, guy? Saving up for, what are you saving up for, an XMAXX? Shade Tree. Drink more water. What's going on, guy? You got a Max a month ago and already won it. Good. There's nothing wrong with that. Trash Ninja. What's going on, guy? J.O. What's happening? Joe Crockett. What's going on, man? C Stone. Good morning to you as well. Shade Tree RC. Pigeon Kicker. What's going on, guy? If you were in New England, you'd have to change that kicker. K-I-C-K-A-H. Pigeon Kicker. Icon, what's going on, guy? Good morning to you as well. Green Frog, what's happening? Good morning. Christopher Kerr, what's going on, guy? From Australia. That's crazy, man. That's awesome. I think it's, I still, like I said, it's not like it's, you know, It's not like the people from, you know, the United States aren't, you know, as valuable, but it is still crazy to me when somebody from like Australia or not Canada, because Canada is just like right above me. Canada is like right up here to me. Granted, you could be like way over there. But like when you're talking about, you know, a different continent, or you're talking about, you know, somebody living on an island that's on here, I think that is pretty crazy. That's pretty cool. You know, time frame, you know, people that are across the pond, the whole thing. You know, you know, Texans, everybody, you know, from the US, you're all valuable. But I just think it's pretty crazy because it's like, think about it. This is where it's insane. And granted, it's only like what? The delay is usually like 3 seconds or something like that. But when I still think about it, that means that guy right there from Australia is right here, right inside my shop, which I don't know. Why do I think it's crazy? I just do. It's pretty cool that somebody that far away is seeing everything that you guys in the United States are seeing at the same time. For me, it's just, I don't know. Technology, it's awesome, and it's also a pain in the neck. So, let's see. What do we got here? I'm trying to adjust this camera here. So, oh, don't need to look at my face. As you guys go for the ride, everybody's getting sick. All right, what else do we got here? Looks like RC Driver just uploaded a new video. Build up barn find. Traxxas TRX4 lifted Ford Bronco. So RC Driver, he's a good guy. I like his stuff. He's also a fellow New Englander too, so which is pretty cool. I think he's like Connecticut or something. Really don't know. I think he's from Connecticut. I think I talked to him for a brief moment one time. Who else do we got here? Yeah, right. Traxxas definitely knows how to spin a color wheel. You know it, man. Dude, they spun the color wheel and just gave all the colors to this what they call rock and roll body here. I don't know. I like it. You know, it's got all the colors. It's pretty cool. What else we got here? Oh, thing just went crazy. Pittsburgh. Awesome. Mike GENERAC. I just lost where I was. For some reason, the whole thing just... J&K, what's going on, guy? Earl Moorhead, what's going on, man? You must be either at work or on your way. You ever notice that you obviously know when Earl's like no longer around and when he's doing his like 14 to 20 hour work days because there's no content or the content is so minimal. So right now, obviously, Earl is, you know, what do they call it? Burning the candle at both ends or something like that? Where Earl is now slaving for the man once again. Dodging COVID daily. Let's see. Sergeant J, what's going on, guy? You doing an oil change? All right. Sergeant, what are you doing an oil change on? Something family-related vehicle or a military oil change? Mark, what's going on, guy? Robert, what's happening, man? Good morning to you. Dan, what's happening? Hoopty, what's going on, guy? Good morning. Gaines, what's happening? Jess, what's going on, guy? Guy. It's funny. People sometimes ask, why do you call a girl a guy? Because we're all guys. We're all just a bunch of good guys having fun here. You don't have to be a male to be like a bud or a guy. Let's see. Icon, you're on your way to Alabama doing the Big Rock Challenge. Dude, you're actually driving to a specific area to go do the Big Rock. It better be epic then. Holy smokes. The Big Rock Epic Challenge. That's awesome. Can't wait to see it, man. Shane, what's going on? Lauren, what's happening? Good morning to you. And Bushwalker, what's going on, man? Yeah, Earl, you are at work. What Earl is doing right now is he's kind of just leaning on the donut truck. He's making sure that, wants to make sure that that donut truck is in tip-top shape. Got to provide the donuts for all those workers. Family car. Jonathan Davis, what's going on, guy? All right, I think we're there. Dwayne, what's going on? You're at work. Nice. Riff Raff, good morning. All right, I think I actually, I keep asking this guy. It's actually Such Ender, I think. I think I asked like one time, is his name Suck Ender, or is it Such Ender? And I think it's Such Ender because obviously it would be SUCH, not SUCK. But I think like the C and the K can make like a K noise in a name, so it still could be Suck Ender, or it could be Such Ender. I don't even know. Suck Ender. If that's, I don't know. How do you do your name, guy? Is it Suck Ender or Such Ender? No, is Grumpy here too? Where's Grumpy? Grumpy won, guy. What's going on? 4 days out. Is this supposed to hurt? Mofo? Oh no, guy. Josh, what's going on, guy? All right. Well, I think I'm there. Boost, what's going on? All right. So I think I finally caught up. So this is just going to be very basic. Installing like stuff like this is super, super basic, but it is COVID and coffee. It is kind of like the hangout. Dazapaka, what's going on, guy? And yeah, drink your coffee, eat your donuts, drink your teas, change your oil on your journey. Let's rip it into trash bag and see if we can get trash bag to a usable state one more time. Let's check it out. So hopefully trash bag will be able to be used once again. I think the tides are turning a little bit for trash bag. It has been taking quite a while. Obviously this damage, was again 100% my fault. I shouldn't have crashed into that thing, but that's what happened. So I don't know if trash bag's batteries are still in here, and they're not. So trash bag right now is running a Spectrum 1650 kV with 160 amp ESC, which I really like how this kind of went together. It was kind of like a, I don't know, it was kind of a hacked up thing to put together, meaning installing the motor. Obviously I just had the original mounting thing. So I just basically just like made it happen. And it seems like it's going to work with the way trash bag flexes anyway. So does the mount. The breakage is obviously right here. Slammed into a rock, obliterated that front right arm, and now I'm just going to go ahead and replace that. So 17 mil, pop off the wheel. And these things should be Loctited, so If I remember right, I usually Loctite everything. It came apart a lot better. You can feel the Loctite. Yeah, you can feel the Loctite. You can see the Loctite all over the place. So these hinge pins are supposed to replace what pin? Both? Upper and lower? Yeah, it looks like, I think, it looks like these hinge pins replace both the upper and lower pins. So does that mean threaded hinge pins for the Traxxas XMAXX? So, wait a minute. Oh, no. Oh, no. Does that mean literally I need one bag per arm? Oh, crap. I think that's what that means. Oh, no. That's one bag per arm, I think. Other than, because the pin's not an issue. Wait a minute. Something, what am I not seeing here? It doesn't even say. Well, there's instructions inside. Let's see what the bag says. Oh, could you imagine that? $10 an arm. I didn't even think of that. I didn't even look to see like what it came with. I just, oh hey, hinge pins. I don't look at instructions, but apparently I'll look at these instructions right here. Well, they couldn't get any smaller with these stickers. See, they're not die cut. That's stupid. These die cut. This is lame. These stickers are not die cut. All right, so here we go here. What do the instructions say? Threaded hinge pins for the Traxxas XMAXX. I know, I'm reading instructions. I usually never do, but I'm kind of confused here. When used with the Traxxas XMAXX, some minor modification is required for the RPM threaded hinge pins to work with either a stock Traxxas or the RPM arms. Using a number 22 4mm drill bit, carefully remove the shoulder in the outer hinge pin hole, opposite the hinge pin retaining screw in the A-arm. The slight modification, when done properly, will not void the warranty of your A-arm. I don't have a 4mm drill bit. I don't have any millimeter drill bits. Carefully remove the small shoulder in the outer hinge pin hole opposite of the hinge pin retaining screw. All right. So, what they're saying is basically what you're doing is you're just milling out. Basically, you're just making it so the whole thing goes through. Why do they give you 4 pins? Is it literally one arm? Is that seriously for one arm? Threaded hinge pins for Traxxas XMAXX fits stock arms. Yeah, all right. So it's definitely not for that. It's definitely... Man, it actually looks like it is for that. It's not the upper. Or is it? No, it actually looks like it doesn't fit that, though. So it almost looks like it's just for the... I think it almost looks like it's just for the hub side. So I don't know. I don't even know. I haven't seen, or I don't believe I've watched, or if I did watch somebody's video, like if Earl did a video on this, I don't even know. He might have. So obviously it's that hole right there that's getting knocked out. So it's not like it's a big deal. So that is what it is, isn't it? So this hinge pin is for that. So what it does look like is it's literally just the hinge pins for the hub side. That's what it is. It's actually just the pins for the hub side. So I believe from what my eyes are seeing right now, I think it looks like what it is it's realistically it's just for either a front or a rear. So I guess I was fortunate, and I'm not sure where it said in any instructions that it was only for man, that doesn't make sense. It's definitely not for the inner. So that means it's either for front or back, I guess. That's what it's looking like. So this is the broken side. We're going to go ahead and shred this apart right now. I was debating whether if I should swap out the upper arm. I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to take this apart. Definitely going to do the lower arm. So I'm going to flip this thing over because I do need to put on that front bumper mount anyway. So I'm going to go ahead, flip this over. Oh, sand everywhere. And that ain't going to work. I got to get rid of the stand. All right, so what I'm seeing, gave shims 2 or something. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. They did give you a little fortune cookie here. Not a fortune cookie, a little thing there. Packaged by OH. Right. So I don't really remember seeing anything in any instructions, like I said on the website, whether if it was like for one whole side or whatever. So I think that's kind of could have been a miss by me. I'm gonna remove the shock. I'm gonna take off this piece right here, I think. Well, maybe not. Maybe I can remove it without taking this piece off, but I do have to figure out where exactly this piece is going, which I believe goes here or something. Yeah, it looks like that piece gets rid of these little 2 bars here. So let's see. Would it be easier taking that off? I'm going to pop that little pin there, right there. Be able to slide that hinge forward. Boy, that break, huh? Man, that was a hard hit. Well, that's what a boulder does, right? And I never charged up my thing there, so. Boy, terrible. So there's the back piece. That just broke right off. Now, something like that, little tiny screw right there, I will obviously pop that out and save it because you never know, might need it for something else. So obviously this is going to be a throwaway. Actually, you know what? No, never mind. Won't be needing it for something else because I'm going to be needing it for this because it didn't come with hardware. So where do I put those screws? Right there. So I'm going to go like this. There we go. Pin seems good. I'm going to remove the shock from this one. That has got stuff jammed into that screw hole, I think. Oh, I wonder if the rock hit this. It seems kind of damaged. There we go. Thumbs up for just being on again. Thanks, guys. Hey, any of the thumbs up, it all helps. So now, I'm gonna pop that little pin out. I think Earl had touched on this before. It almost seems like it would have been a better design to have these screws, especially kind of maybe for the back, but to have these screws facing the other way so that they didn't get always the impact of stuff. Like, I mean, maybe not necessarily these screws, but at least well, I guess you can't do it to the shocks. So it kind of doesn't matter, does it? I guess maybe if you're on an extreme angle, maybe then it would be an issue. Nah, never mind. What I just said doesn't make any sense. So never mind. Maybe Earl was talking about something else. Because the wheel actually covers these screws anyway. So he might have been talking about something else, because Earl doesn't usually miss stuff. So apparently this is the one that's going to be replaced here. And all I got to do is just take a drill bit and drill out that hole right there. So whatever drill bit basically fits that is what I'll drill that out with. I think I might have a size bit in here, so I guess I'll just go with this one right here. This one should fit that hole, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this drill bit right here And I'm going to drill out that, I guess, whole section of the arm so that the pin goes through. Obviously, just kidding. All right, so whatever bit fits that, you get a bunch of them. So it almost seems like, let's see, almost looks like it's not a 1/8. I got a 5/32 one, but the 5/32 actually might be a little too big. Nope, 5/32 looks like it's absolutely perfect. So a 5/32 bit is what's going to be needed, at least for me, to go ahead and drill that out. So let's see. Go right through. Boy, that was tough. Man, almost didn't make it. And I think that's it. Do I have to do the other one too? Yeah, it looks like I gotta do the other one too. So, just making sure. And it does look like, yes, it does look like that is supposed to be drilled out. Just wanted to make sure. Jeez, almost didn't make it. Do not leave your drill bits in your chuck because, especially when you're using the smaller ones, you have a tendency sometimes to put the drill down like this. And I've had times when, obviously, because the drills are usually nose heavy a little bit, that the drill will obviously fall over. And then what do you think happens when the drill falls over? You end up with a missing bit, a missing drill bit. So that was a 1/16 drill bit that didn't survive. So take it from me. Just when you're done, just take it out, put it right back in. That way you don't lose it. That way pretty much the whole pack stays full. All right. It's not funny. I really don't, you know what? I really don't remember on the website. I got to go on RPM here. I'm going to go on RPM. I'm going to see if on their website it actually says that you're supposed to have like just so many or something. So rpm.com. RPM products. All right. So I'm going to just do this like right on here. So I'm going to go Traxxas. Oh, actually, any hot new items? It's always a good idea to go ahead on here and check for hot new items. So Outcast, Mamba X cage, XMAXX, Mamba X cage. Oversized front things are still there. We already got those. Got the mud guards. I got the arms. I got basically everything that was brand new except for the other stuff there. So Traxxas, we'll go on XMAXX, which should be down the bottom. Search. It's loading. All right. Not sure why exhaust tips come. Why do exhaust tips come up under Traxxas XMAXX? That's clearly not a Traxxas XMAXX. Why would that come up? All right, so you've got body savers, that ESC cage, front bumper mount, wheelie bar, a blower. Come on, guys. Seriously? Although I'm the kind of guy I'd do that. Put a blower on the Traxxas XMAXX. Nylon nuts. The front axle carriers, rear axle carriers, rear bumper thing that also incorporates that thing right there. The wheelie bar, low profile wheelie bar. You got the you got the bearings, roof skids, stickers, punch sticker, those shock guards, the dual snorkel shotgun intake, hinge pins. So now if I click on that, does it actually tell me one bag per front and rear? Did I literally not read the instructions? So, looking at stainless steel, fits the A-arms, can be used in place of Sen Racing something, works in outer, lower A-arm hinge pin location only. So it does not say works in outer, lower. Oh, wait a minute. So did I just drill out something that I shouldn't have? Oh, no. Works with outer, lower, A-arm hinge pin, lower. Oh, no. Well, wait a minute. Where does it say that in the instructions? Does this literally say it and I just glazed over and I just ruined my arms? Yeah. Oh, no. Did I literally just mess up? Wait a minute. Some minor modification. Traxxas RPM arms. Carefully remove the hinge pin hole opposite the hinge pin retaining screw in the A-arm. Slight modification when done properly will not void the warranty. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wait a minute. It says lower arm hinge pin location only. Oh, no. But wait a minute. Why does it fit the upper? Oh, no. Crap. It does fit. Oh, no. Well, you saw it here on RC Guy Garage. Because there are no instructions on this, nothing clearly says on this piece of paper that it's for the lower only. Probably because they're not calling this an A-arm. Because obviously this is what's called an A-arm. This is just the upper arm. So that's it. Man. Well, looks like I'm gonna be using looks like I'm gonna be using one of these hinge pins for the top, I guess. Oh no. Well, you just learned it here from RC Guy Garage. Don't go ahead and don't go drilling out your upper arm because then it ain't gonna work. Crap. It should still work though. Doesn't look like there's any collision. So yeah, it looks like yeah. It looks like one hinge pin kit is designed. One hinge pin kit is obviously designed for the entire truck, and it's for only doing the lowers, not your uppers. But here on RC Guy Garage, we like to do things the other way. For the love of God. Tell you, man, I cost myself more money all the time. So when I go to replace the other arms, apparently I am going to have to. Son of a gun. Well, you saw it here. I saw nothing in the instruction that was clear. And if it's not clear to me, it might not be clear to anybody else. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to put in that I'm going to put in, obviously, that retaining screw on that backside, so when I slide the pin in, that it won't go any further. Because it was from that, yeah, from that broken one. So let's see. So it's just enough just to literally just stop it from sliding all the way through. The arm is kind of a little tight. So the fun part, I think, is going to be driving that in. All right. So let's see if I can give it a couple taps. All right. Make sure I clean this out this time. Stock up, yeah. Guy! Well, mine's gonna get threaded. Oh, God. Yeah, man, nothing really, it doesn't look clear to me on those instructions. Dang it. Well, I guess my hubs definitely aren't going to tear out now. Carefully remove the small shoulder in the outer hinge pin hole, opposite the hinge pin retaining screw. Ah, it does say in the ARRMA. Dang it. Well, who knows? Now somebody can watch this video and go, oh, yeah, that's right. Got to make sure I don't do what RC Guy Garage did and then drill out his other piece. But I'm not going to use these tops anyway, am I? Because that wouldn't be the right way, the RC Guy Garage way of installing things, right? Because we're just going to use the factory Traxxas piece of crap. Ah! I love it. It is a little stiff, but I'm assuming just obviously over time, it's going to free up anyway, especially taking it to diamond dust. Diamond dust will get in there and basically sand all the joints out. But it is just a little stiff right now. But I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, just over time, it'll probably just open up anyway. So because well, whatever you do, make sure you don't drill your upper arms because apparently it's all right. Damn it. Oh, gosh. So I'm going to make sure that I stuff the thing in there. Now, this is where the threaded portion of the screw gets installed. Now, what size is that? Bigger size. Oh, it's a 3. So, tap that in. This is where the small one comes in handy. Dang it. I don't know. You know what? I am thinking like even though I said I wasn't going to replace this one, I'm kind of almost thinking like I want to. Because I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I think I might leave the factory Traxxas in there and see what happens. Just replace basically that lower arm. I think that's the route I'm going to go here. Because I am that way. Why replace it if it ain't broke? So I'm going to kind of stick with that mentality. I'm not going to replace that. I am going to obviously now reinstall the shock. So if it ain't broke, don't fix. I'm just going to go with that. Serves me well. Have to lose that screw there. This is where it becomes kind of a pain. Because you can actually see this portion, this circle of the RPM arm is kind of like, it's almost pushed in right there. So it's almost as if I have to spread it a little bit to get that in there. Wow. So to get this in here, give it a crank. It'll spread that arm out enough. There you go. So I just basically just took the pliers in there and just kind of like just gave it a crank so that it widened it up and allowed the piece to go ahead and fit in there. So now we're going to go ahead and take the hinge pin. I'm going to stick the hinge pin in through. Ah, for the love of God. Can't believe that. Son of a... Come on, get back in there. Come on, go to your hole. Now this one did use the smaller of the two. So the arm itself, where the initial screws were, the shock uses the smaller screw. You got $5 on what? On what? The trash. What are we doing here? Wait a minute. J&K's got $5 on what? Are we doing a bet? Oh, you guys better not be doing a betting thing here. Trash bag's not going to survive. Is that what's going on? Wait a minute. I got to check the chat now. What is J&K Noob doing $5 to? It looks like a bet. Wait a minute. Come on. What's going on that I don't know? J&K Noob, what is that? This is why you stick with stock pots. Dude, is that what that is? Is that what that is? The Traxxas Max is not going to, the XMAXX isn't going to survive. RC Guy Garage, half a repair. Look at that. JK Noob, that's for the one upper arm. I know, guy. I know now. Oh no! I'm telling you, that's got to be what that is. I got 5 on it. Somebody's starting a betting thing here. Trash bag ain't gonna survive. RC Guy Garages, half a repair. Jay Olson, what's going on, guy? RPM arms, upper. I'm not gonna waste my time with the upper. Here's the upper. I kind of messed up, but didn't, I think, in my mind. You know, apparently you're supposed to use the original pin, and I went drill happy, and I just like drilled out the hole, thinking like, because in the instructions I didn't really, I get the wrong glasses on. I'm not going to waste my time with the RPM upper. I'm going to leave this stock Traxxas one. And like I said, what you guys don't know is I actually have other XMAXX parts coming as a test. I do like to do that, but I did realize, even though I messed up, right? Even though I technically did mess up, and I am definitely the guy that, will do that. This hinge pin actually does fit. It appears it does fit if I was to put that hinge pin on that lower. I mean upper, I'm sorry. If I was to put that hinge pin on that that upper section going into the hub. But obviously that's like whatever. That was just a mess up on my end. So, and like I said, I am that guy that I am going to leave this arm in place. This arm is not broken. I'm just going to go with it. I don't believe it changes geometry. Maybe it does. Actually, it kind of looks like it does, doesn't it? Yeah, actually, it does change geometry of the... Look at that. So this might be one of those times where I kind of have to go against what I'm talking about. So what I'm almost looking at here, I'll have to put a level. Oh, wait a minute. No, never mind. Never mind. No, it doesn't. I almost thought it changed the geometry of the XMAXX, but what it was, because this tire is still on here, it's just collapsing the shock slightly because it has more weight. It does look like the geometry is the same. Got scared for a second. So when you look at this Traxxas original arm, you do have a straight line going across that top edge, and you do have a bellied arm, bellied section on there, where the RPM is obviously a straight shot. So what I was looking at was, while this was sagging down a little bit, I was noticing that the height of that corner versus that corner was different, but I just forgot that there was weight. So I really don't think it changes anything else. You know what? I should check. So right now on camera, just because we are talking about like geometry and junk, I'm just going to check something real quick. I'm going to go center to center, pin to pin. It looks like it's about 4 1/16 center to center, or it's actually 4 inches exact. So 4 inches exact on that side. Just want to see, like, shock-wise, if it's the same. And it's actually not. Check that out. So the shock location on the RPM is very slightly moved. So now what I'm doing is I'm going center of the bolt on the chassis. You know what? I'm going to get my caliper. My caliper is going to be a little bit more accurate. I'll dig that out so the caliper will actually go into it. Isn't that funny? I'm going to finish screwing that in so I can get an accurate number. It does look like the RPM arm is a slight modification on the shock location. All right. I probably can't do it with the tire on. So I got to take that other tire off in order to get an accurate number. Although, I wonder if the old arm, did the old arm have it still? No, it doesn't. See, that's the section that blew off. So I can't get it from the original arm because that section blew off. But you know what I can do? I can get this number right here. So what I'm doing is I'm just going center to center. So on the external, pretty close to center, looking at like, it says 1679. I mean, 67, like 80, 79, somewhere around there. And then on the Traxxas part, just want to see if this outer, make sure it's zeroed out. Let's see if this changed. So center to center, 65. Huh. So that would make sense. So it looks like that's apparent right there. So RPM, for some reason, has shifted the shock out slightly. And you know what? I can actually visually see it too. Yeah, check it out. See when you use a visual reference? So I'm going to have the camera basically right in the center. So you can see that's right in the center in the middle of the shot. Both shocks are fully extended right now. See the reference point? I'm trying to make this as straight as possible. Even looking at where, look at where the springs fall on that side versus where they're falling on the other side. Hopefully I've got this straight. Right there. Looks like that might be straight. It's ever so slight, but you can see that there's more spring distance between where that curve is, right there, to where it attaches to the spring versus this side. It's only minimal, but that can change. That can make a difference. So on that, I feel like I'm almost, what do I want to do? I don't know if I want to change that. I don't believe bottom geometry has changed. It doesn't look like it because it looks like it's pretty level right across. But definitely that shock is definitely kicked out. What, 2 millimeters more? Because we had 65 versus 67. So we're literally at 65.74, and that's using it by eye. So literally 2 millimeter change between the RPM and the Traxxas. Yeah, look at that. You can see the difference. Huh. Because it's right there, I think. I'm going to double check it again just to make sure. Because I don't like saying stuff if it's not really right. Did I like have it in the right hole? I think I did. Yeah, look at that. Just noticing this right now. So it looks like what Traxxas did is they swapped the location hole. Is that literally what it is? It's the location hole? Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty close. I mean, the location hole between the two is a 3 millimeter difference, or almost 4 millimeter difference. So I'm just noticing that. By just going like that, I just noticed it right now. So, and I wonder if this is like so that Traxxas can't say that RPM is copying them in some respect or something. You know how Traxxas is. Traxxas is so sue happy. So the screw that held in the retainer screw for the pin was actually outboard, where on the RPM it's inboard. So maybe that has. I'm gonna go ahead and just say that that's Traxxas's RPM's way of not getting sued. I'm just going with that because I think people out there know that Traxxas likes to mess with people. So I normally don't. I'm gonna kind of go against what I usually do, but still not going to replace the upper arm. I'm just going to replace the lower arm on the RPM. So I'm going to take off this wheel. I am going to go against what I usually do, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I am going to replace this side just because the geometry has changed on the shock. And some people may say, well, you're a basher, none of that stuff really matters. But kind of still does I guess maybe when you scale it, right? When you scale something, it does kind of matter because everything's compounded. That's just that much more. So I'm going to pop out this arm here. Where my knife is. So that's going to go on that side. I will drill this one out. Oh my goodness. 5/32 drill bit. Oh, it's not that. Where'd I put my drill bits? All right. So I'll go ahead and stick both of these upper arms in there just in case I need it for something else. I'll end up saving this arm. I don't know. Is it the same as the back or something like that? Yeah, it looks like the arm is the same as the back. So I don't know. Maybe I'll end up with like a spare arm or something. Although, like I said, something is going to happen here. Yeah, I got to change something. Don't forget, smash that thing right there. You know that. See that right there? Smash it. 65 people, 66. 36 thumbs ups. Come on, guy. Right, Jess? Smash that thumbs up if that's what you're into. If not, that's cool too. Pens are mint. So this arm looks like it's in good shape. Just some scars just from getting slammed. Ah, you know what I forgot? I forgot that screw. So I was supposed to put that screw on that back side. Got to put that screw in the back side so the pin doesn't go all the way through. Best rock and roll XMAXX out there. You know it, guy. Wait till you see, guy. Earl knows it. Earl's got it. Earl's got it going on, man. I did drill that out, right? Yeah, I did. I could feel the burrs on the backside. Just wanted to make sure I actually drilled it out. Give this one just a little bit of an extra crank. I am noticing that the nylock on these bolts don't seem very nylocky. So I don't know if that's going to be an issue. And it does seem to be a good portion of the threads actually hangs out on the back there. All right. Well, at least now we know that the geometry is the same between the left and right shocks. It does appear as though the geometry hadn't changed between the actual ends where, yeah, down at the wheels, but it did change at the shocks. It's only by literally 2 millimeters, but granted, this is just a basher. And like I've said before,